So in our last video, we really were targeting these red sections here, how the different libraries can be multi-tagged between different standards libraries and the different course libraries, all the way down to the lesson and the problem level. So you have multiple standards tagging already. We've got the academic tag and the CFR tags, the language tags in the same, living in the same world right there. This one time we're going to talk about assembling content in the different trajectories, right? Trajectories that would align more to an actual trajectory, and that's using our scoping and sequencing and scheduling. So for scoping and sequencing, let me go to a teacher's account for this. When we create a classroom, it's empty. It has no content in it at all. And what we can do though is we can grab, now I don't know which libraries are available here. Let's just go to grade 1 for example. Looks like grade 1 is not available. Let's see if we've got, let me just check. Okay, wait, this would be, let's just look at this library because I know it's available in here. So in here we have made CEFR and grade 1 content available. What happens when we go to the CEFR stuff is you can open this up and you can see all the lessons that are available, and they're in a lineup inside the library. But we don't have to deliver them in this lineup. We can deliver them in a different lineup. And like here's the grade 1 material. Like we've got social studies here, and here's the social studies lineup for grade 1, and we don't have to deliver them in this order. This is simply the order that they exist. So this is the scope. We call this the scope, okay? But it doesn't have to be sequenced in the same way. So let me just jump in here to the calendar and show you what I mean. So in the calendar, we can choose how we sequence, right? So we might want to put lesson 4 first, and lesson 2 second, and lesson 3 third, right? So this is what we call, the difference between scoping and sequencing. And the reason, obviously, that we did this is because we want our partners to be able to do that for themselves if they have a specific needs, and we can basically craft up a lesson trajectory that maps most closely to their academic standards that they're using in their school. That's what I was saying earlier, that we're trying to hopefully get the academic CLIL content that we're using to be relatively aligned with the CLIL content that might be used in one of our partner schools in Japan, for example. And so that's why we did this, so that now once we have created our scope and sequence trajectory, and this is basically our scope and sequence and schedule right here. Once we've scheduled it, scoped it, sequenced it, and scheduled it, then we can come up to this manage templates section, and we can actually save this template and give it a name and save it. And we can either keep it as a private template, or we can make it a public template. And a public template is available to others to share, and so you can come in here and see, here's our pre-dual diploma, high school diploma program, and you can come in here and explore these in the calendar view, right? Looks like this class is, yeah. All right, so once we've done these, then you can, we can come in and use them over and over and over again. That's my point. So what the point of this actually is to say that if we were to assemble the content, it's the same, like 90%, 80% is the same learning material generally as you're going to get in the ACTFL. It's just that the learning materials are scoped and sequenced and scheduled differently. So that's what I mean about this next component over here in this conversation, is the ability to assemble content that already exists inside GEC, and then put it into an actual trajectory. So that capability is already already here, and that's this video is meant to cover this number 3 and B together like that. Okay.